everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to read about the spotted owl. Isn't that a great photograph? So magnified and you can really see the details. Its eyes and its beak and its feathers. This book is written by D. Phillips. Let's see what we can learn about spotted owls, shall we? Inside, there's a table of contents to tell us what things we're going to read about. And here is Treetop Chick. It's early in the cool, quiet forest. It's early evening in the cool, quiet forest. As the sun sets, a fluffy gray face peeks out from a broken tree trunk. It's a northern spotted owl chick, and the broken tree is its home. The baby bird's parents are away hunting in the forest. Soon they'll return with food for their hungry chick. So can you see it up there? There it is peeking out. Here's more of a close-up shot. We can see it much better. At the top of its tree, here's the broken tree. Spotted owl chick, and it says northern spotted owls live, hunt, and raise their chicks in trees. This page is about spotted owl homes. There are 3 types of spotted owls: Northern, California, and Mexican. All 3 kinds live in forests where there are many large trees. The owls usually make their homes in tall evergreen trees. Some of these trees are hundreds of years old. So this one's showing it in an evergreen tree. This one is a northern spotted owl. And it says, how do you think the spotted owl got its name? I bet you know. Here's another one. Some Mexican spotted owls also live in canyons. These owls make their homes on rocky ledges. Ooh, isn't that pretty? So there's a Mexican spotted owl. And this is where spotted owls live. So really in our area, only kind of in that spot. They're not showing them anywhere else in the rest of the United States. California is right down here. And here's on into Mexico. So, and it's showing them on their rocky ledge. That's a beautiful canyon in Mexico, isn't it? Meet a spotted owl. An adult spotted owl is about 18 inches tall. It weighs from 1 to 2 pounds. When stretched out, an adult's wings measure about 3.3 feet or 1 meter from tip to tip. That's about as long as a baseball bat. So a little bit longer than this book would be. Like that, probably. 1 to 2 pounds, usually just a small can of food is a pound. So it would be 1 to 2 cans of food. A spotted owl is covered with brown feathers. Some of these feathers have white spots, which is how the bird got its name. Spotted owls hold on to branches with their long claws called talons. Can you see them there? Talons. Here's that word. In what other way do you think the talons help the owl? Think about that. They're going to talk about it in a minute, but I bet you know that one too. Night hunter. During the day, a spotted owl rests. At night, it hunts small animals such as flying squirrels, wood rats, and mice. To find its prey, a spotted owl sits very still in a tree. It watches for animals moving in nearby trees and on the ground. When it spots a meal, it swoops down and grabs the prey with its talons. There's a flying squirrel and a wood rat. And it's showing its talons again. An owl can turn its head nearly all the way around. This helps the owl watch for prey in many directions without moving its body. Wouldn't that be fun if you could do that? Just like all the way back almost. They can almost turn it all the way. That would be helpful in looking for prey, wouldn't it? This is called an owl's dinner. Spotted owls do not chew their food. Instead, they swallow their prey whole or tear it into chunks before eating. The juices in the owl's stomach break down the soft parts of the prey. The juices cannot break down the bones, teeth, and fur, though, so the owl spits up these parts. These are all stuck together in a lump called a pellet. And this is a picture of a spotted owl pellet. Scientists pull owl pellets apart to study the bones and other parts inside. The pellets tell the scientists what the owls have been eating. And here is an owl that's eating its prey. Holding on with those talons, isn't it? This one is called Starting a Family. In the early spring, a male and female owl meet up to mate. They choose a place that will be their nest, such as a broken tree trunk. The owl lays between 1 and 4 eggs in the nests. She sits on the eggs to keep them warm. A female owl will not leave her eggs to find food, so the male owl hunts for food and brings it back to her. So there's a closer up of the female sitting on the nest and a very close up of an owl egg. It doesn't tell us how big it is. I wonder how it compares to a chicken egg that we are used to seeing. I'm guessing it's a little bit bigger. What do you think? Although chickens get to be fairly big too, so I don't know. There's something to research. Spotted owl chicks. A female owl sits on her eggs for about 30 days. Excuse me. So it takes her about a month that she sits on those eggs the whole time. Then the owl chicks start to hatch. The owls are covered with fluffy, white feathers. For the first 10 days, the mother owl snuggles with the chicks to keep them warm. Then, after 10 days, the chicks start growing thick gray feathers. So there's a close-up of that owl chick. So it looks so fluffy, doesn't it? Here's the female owl, and a male owl is bringing her some food. A father owl brings mice to the nest. The mother owl eats some of the food. She tears the rest into pieces to feed to the chicks. They're working together, aren't they? They're cooperating. So if she stays on that nest, it's kind of like quarantine, right? For 30 days, she doesn't leave the nest. So he has to bring her food because she has to keep those eggs warm the whole time. Fluff to feathers. The 10-day-old owl chicks no longer need their mother to keep them warm. Now the mother helps the father catch food for their hungry babies. Soon the chicks are able to swallow whole mice and other small animals. After a month, the chicks start to leave the nest and walk on the tree's branches. So that one is a 5-week-old chick, and see how it's out of the nest, it's walking on a branch, isn't it? Spotted owls can live for 15 to 25 years. That seems like a long time to me for a bird. Mother owl holding a mouse, and here's a chick. Look at the picture. How is the owl chick different from the adult spotted owl? And how is it the same? Let's see. They both have eyes. They both have beaks. Their feathers look different, don't they? They both have talons. The baby chicks probably aren't quite so big yet. This page is called Growing Up. By the time that they are 6 weeks old, the chick's spotted feathers are growing in. The baby owls are also able to fly from branch to branch. You see how they're starting to get some spots on their wings there? All summer, they stay with their parents and learn how to hunt. Then, in the fall, the young owls are ready to live on their own. After 2 or 3 years, each owl finds a partner and raises chicks of its own. A spotted owl's brown feathers help it blend into the forest home. This makes it easier to hide from enemies that want to eat it, such as great horned owls, eagles, and hawks. So here's an adult owl. So one of their enemies is the great horned owl. So this is a spotted owl. It's smaller, so a great horned owl could hunt for it. Imagine you're a scientist watching a spotted owl family for a day and write down all the things you see the owl family doing. So you've learned a lot of things about what they do during their day. And then this gives us a glossary of some of the words we've talked about. We'll do that one first, actually. Canyons, evergreen, hatch is to break out of an egg. Mate, to come together in order to have young. Prey, animals that are hunted and eaten by other animals. And talons, the sharp claws of the bird. And in this one, it talks about you can make a collage that shows all the different animals that live in the tree. And it talks here about the spotted owls at the top. The woodpeckers make nests in tree holes. Flying squirrels live in tree holes. Raccoon families live in holes in tree trunks. And wood rats make nests in the twigs under the trees. So it talks about making a collage and showing all the different animals that live, that's their habitat, is that tree. And that's the end. Let's see if they give us a website in case you want to learn more how they do. They do. You see here where it says learn more online? Go ahead and take a screenshot of that, and if you'd like to look anything up, that would be a good place to do it. So that is Spotted Owls. I hope you enjoyed the book. I'll see you next time. Bye.